All right, Shalom. For the foremost, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakah Kodash Barakatah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and to all the occupants across the globe, teaching and preaching His word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This I died now from the great millstone camp in Chicago with some more another lesson. I really don't have a title really. Just something just came to me yesterday. I was just thinking about some things about how I understand why the Lord said some of the things He said. Well, I understand the things that the Lord was talking about, because when you look at the condition of our people, the ineptness of their of themselves, that the law said the commandments were only for our benefit. They had an old saying, one bad apple doesn't spoil the bunch. And that's absolutely fucking false, man. One bad apple does spoil the bunch. You see, when we went into captivity, our kings, our princes, our prophets, all right, the sons, our children, they all went into captivity, you see, because of the works of a few, all right? And I see why the Lord had said certain things about putting evil out from among you, so that the people around would fear, that they wouldn't follow in the same footsteps as those, as their predecessors. So through the Spirit of Yahweh Yahushua, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I'm going to start at Deuteronomy 13:6. It says, thy brother, the son of thy mother, or the son of thy daughter, thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto you, thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. But thou shalt surely kill him, thine hand shall be first upon him, to put him to death, and afterward at the hand of all the people. And thou shalt stone him with stones, that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Lord of thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, and from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. All right? And that's heavy, man, because the Lord gave a strict commandment. Let's get that. Straight commandment, what we should do, that we should live. Let's get that. Straight. The second Ezra 7:21, it said, for the Most High hath given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. So Yahweh Yahushua gave us strict orders, strict commandments of how to deal with idol worshipers, okay? How to deal with wickedness in Israel, man. All right? And our people don't consider that our ways was to preserve us and to create a way of life that's for everyone's benefit. You see? Let me see. Let me get this real quick. Habakkuk 1:4 says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. And when you go back into that Deuteronomy 13, right, it talks about serving other gods, but it's also because it begins with the serving of idols. All right, and when you follow the other idols, they have no stipulations, they have no commandments, or they have no way of life. that we must abide by to continue to become a profitable and growing nation, man. You see, when we start wandering after these other gods, they cause our hearts to turn from the Most High. You see, all right, and our job is to take those who are opposing the Lord, all right, and cast them off from our company, man. Sometimes you got to excommunicate them, and sometimes they got to get put to death. You see, and that's what's going on with this world, with our people now, is that judgment, the law is slack, and the judgment don't go forth. For if our people knew the recompense of their deeds, as far as lying and stealing and adultery and homosexuality, you see, if they actually saw the judgment of the Lord being wrought, the law of the Lord being executed, all right, you'd have less abominations in this place, man. You see, and the ones who was who found out, searched out the matter, they're gonna be your hand is supposed to be the first on them. So if you see your son or daughter in an act of an unnatural act, all right, your job was to bring them forth and throw the first stone at them, man. All right. See the law is a deterrent. You're supposed to fear the consequences of breaking the law. You see. All right. Psalms 1:10, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. See, our job is to fight the wiles of the devil. You see, our job is to use the spirit of Yahweh Shai and our prayer and our faith and our confidence in the Lord, that we can defend ourselves through the alluring and the enticement of our spirit, of our flesh. You see, the enticement of our flesh. Because this world, all right, puts things presents things in a way to where sinning is glorious, to where going off and going against the law of the Lord is permitted. You see, let's go into the word entice and consent. Oops, slap there. Go into the word entice. Entice, it says, to be spacious, to be open, to be wide, to be simple, all right, to deceive, persuade, to be open-minded, to simple, to be naive. You see, if sinners entice you, all right, they're banking on you being naive, you being not aware of what the law of the Lord say. All right, and they prey on they prey in your flesh, man. You see, they're here to deceive you into thinking that good is evil or evil is good. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You see, these people who entice you, all right, with them calling things good, which aren't, man. Okay, we touched on some of the adultery, the homosexuality, the eating of swine. That's a big one, and crab legs and things like that. All right, here we are into the so-called holidays, and the origin of these holidays are pagan and evil. But society and people call them good because it plays on your lust and your desires, your covetousness, your greediness of wanting gifts, all right, of just being in the spirit of myrrh. You see, you got these pastors who say you can eat whatever you want, okay, when the law specifically give us dietary laws. You see. These people have totally turned upside down the word of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know? Get back. So we got the word entice, which means to make to be simple, to be naive, right? Let's go to the word consent. to be willing, all right, to consent, to yield to desires. See, the scriptures talk about putting our flesh under subjection, okay? And when we put our flesh under subjection and practice those things to where we're building ourselves up, to strengthen ourselves against our fleshly desires, we become opposite of consenting. We become unwilling. You see? But you gotta get built up. You gotta pray. You gotta fast to the Lord. You gotta fast and talk to the Lord. All right, so that we won't be consenting. We won't be willing. We won't accept to the desire of what's enticing us. You see? All right? Because the scripture say this. Jeremiah 5:26, it says, "For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, as he that set up snares, they set a trap, they catch me." Two-thirds of our people, all right, are fit for destruction. You see? Yes, we're the chosen seed. Yes, we're the blessed, we're the apple of the Lord's eye. But that's talking about the elect right now. But if you look, the elect are here, and guess who else is here? It's the wicked. And the wicked are laying traps. You see? I read a meme yesterday talking about how all your favorite rappers are married, but they tell you this, otherwise, or they send their kids, they're sending their kids to college, right? And they're telling you to put your kids in the trap house, man. You see? That's how they set snares. That's how they call the wicked, man. All right, and their trap is to do their trap is set, all right, through the alluring of this flesh, with the thing this world proposes to be good. You see? I better get this. I read this the other day, Lord. Fine. This is Romans 1:32 says, "Who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they would..." Let me see. It's kind of long. Yeah, let's get it. Romans 1:28. Oh man, I'm gonna get shoot. I'm gonna get to the point. This is Romans 1:28 says, "Even if they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, and gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boastful, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them." You see, that's what I was going to talk about, not to follow multitude to do evil. These things, this whole list that Paul had wrote out here, all right, those are the things that sinners use, all right, to entice people. These are actions and ways that that shows you that these guys are without the law. They have no understanding. All right, and to do these things is wicked, but also to teach these people to do these things is even more wicked, man. You see, the 2/3 have pleasure in turning a good person bad, so to speak. You see, their job is to pluck away and to snatch up Israelites, man. They want pity. The misery loves company. You see, and the more that people they can get to agree to consent, all right, to the ways of to the way opposite of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, which is the ways of the devil, and they take pleasure in them, man. All right, okay. Let's get this. Exodus 23:2, it says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in the cause to decline after many rest to the judgment. You know, it's plain, man. All right? You don't follow a group of people to be wicked, man. You see? Or when you have a chance to speak up and to deliver somebody from judgment because you were a witness to something, or somebody asks the right thing to do, and you hold your tongue, and they go out and do the wrong thing. You see, the scripture talk about in Ezekiel, all right, if you don't warn them, then you're going to die of iniquity, but the blood is going to be on your hand, you see? And we don't want to be a manslayer, man. All right, you don't have to literally go out and kill anybody to be a manslayer. You can not warn them and give them this truth, you see? Our job is to follow the way that Yahweh Shai to the best of our ability. All right, and this is not what we do. We don't allow wickedness to fester, man. To see to increase and multiply, man. You see. So that's all I had. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.